Hey, what's up? So today I'm going to cover a topic that I think nobody asked for, which is going to be a semi-deep analysis on taking pictures. So what I've done is I've just created a lot of graphs that I think accurately represents taking pictures. All right. So here's the first one. The y-axis I have is the enjoyment of which you like taking pictures, right? So enjoyment of taking pictures, and then the x-axis is going to be your age. So as you go through life, in my opinion, your enjoyment for taking pictures goes up and down pretty significantly. And this is how I describe it. So let's say you're, a child, your parents take pictures of you. It's a lot of fun. You get into, junior high school or high school. You go with your friends to the studio. I mean, millennials used to we didn't grow up with digital cameras, so basically you would go to the studio, they take pictures of you. You have these little stickers, you cut them up, you give them to your friends or whatever. That used to be a thing. And then at some point, you're like 14 or 15. You're like, oh my god, my mom's taking too many pictures of me. I don't enjoy taking pictures. You go to college, you get a girlfriend. Your girlfriend is like trying to get you to be her Instagram boyfriend. So your entire job is to take photos of her, and she just like them. You got to take them again, and your skills are bad, so it takes a while or whatever. And then in your 20s, you're kind of like, yo, fuck this. I don't like taking pictures at all. And then in your 30s, you're like, oh man, a lot of stuff I used to do, I don't do anymore. Things are changing. Everything's changed so fast. Like maybe I should take more pictures. And then you have a kid, and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna take a fuck ton of pictures because I need to show everyone my pictures of my kid. And then you kind of go through that life cycle that you went through as a child, and then you get old, and then you don't want to take pictures anymore. So this is what I think the life cycle of your taking photos, relationship with taking photos is. I may be a little bit biased because this is probably just what I think I went through. I would say I'm right here on this life cycle right now because I'm starting to become more into taking pictures as I get older, which I really hated it when I was younger. So yeah, the reason that I don't like taking pictures, I think, is mainly because I think taking pictures just ruins everything. Like if you ever go to anywhere touristy, there's just a bunch of people taking pictures, right? Like restaurants, people taking pictures, basically anywhere, just people taking pictures, right? So I think it really ruins the moment of everything, and there's also not accurately represented of whatever's happening. So everything's just kind of like skewed to the positive. On the flip side, though, oh yeah, so like I remember one time I was in Istanbul, and then they had this palace you can go to, and then they didn't let you take photos or videos, and I really enjoyed it because like it was like a 2 hour, you see all these cool stuff, and no one's stopping to take pictures, and it's just like really nice. And then if someone took a photo, like there would be a guy that goes, "No photo, no video," and then that person would get embarrassed, right? And I just really enjoyed it. That was like my favorite thing on the whole trip. And yeah, it's just because there wasn't like nothing was getting clogged up with all people standing around. So I think pictures kind of ruin the moment. But on the flip side, I think pictures kind of don't suck because they help you easily remember things, which is awesome. And then for me, I take my pictures on my phone, and then just automatically saves to Google Photos, and then automatically pops up in my kitchen on my Google Home. So I'm walking around my kitchen, I see a photo that I took like 3 months ago. I was like, oh, that's a good memory. So that's kind of cool, right? Yeah. Okay. So here's some more graphs. So I think there's a positive correlation between how you feel you look and your enjoyment taking pictures, right? So the better you feel like you look, the more you like taking pictures, right? And the worse you feel like you look, the less you like taking pictures. I think this makes sense, right? This is not necessarily how you actually look; it's more how you feel like how you look, right? And I feel like as you get older, you start feeling like you look shittier, and that's why people don't like to take pictures, right? But I believe there's some sort of inflection point where you start taking photos, even though you feel like you look shittier, you still start taking more photos because in the beginning you're kind of taking photos to show others, right? And then as you get older, you kind of take more photos for your own memory because those are the two reasons to take photos, right? One for yourself, one for the people. But then at some point you start taking photos to show others again. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you have kids, or maybe it's because you just don't give a fuck anymore. Because I feel like there's a lot of old Asian ladies out there that take a lot of photos and post them on Facebook. I don't know this for a fact. I'm just basing it off my mom's Facebook. So I think that's what happens, though. I think it's just like you care less. You start sharing more. Whereas like in my age group, you kind of like you don't want to share too much because you care more. I don't know. That's kind of what I think is going on. But I do feel like what happens is the more pictures you take, the more it's possible to ruin the experience, right? So for me, I feel like my threshold is really low. So I kind of like arc like this. And I think for me, I just have my mom took a lot of photos of me and still does. And like I feel like every time we take a picture, it takes forever and it kind of ruins the moment, right? So for me, it's like the more pictures you take, the more probability it is to get ruined, and it's like kind of exponential. So that's something to watch out for. Is like if you're on vacation or whatever, just don't take some pictures. Just take a couple, so to make sure you're not ruining the experience for other people. And I think this is the reason I wanted to make this graph is the reason I want to make this entire slide deck is because you got to factor into the amount of effort it takes to take a picture, right? So if it's a really big effort to take a picture, then that enjoyment of taking the picture is like way low, right? So for example, if it's like you're taking a picture and then you gotta look at it and then you gotta like say, oh, I don't like this picture, and then you go back and take it again, and then while you're taking it, you gotta like adjust everybody, and then you go like 1, 2, you go hold on, wait here, and then do that. You do like 7 times, like that's super unenjoyable, right? And that's pretty much my entire childhood. So I actually do like taking pictures as long as it doesn't take any sort of effort. So what I've been doing is I've been taking a lot of candid photos, right? And the thing with taking photos is whenever you're in a photo and other people are in a photo, everyone is just looking at themselves, right? So the amount of time you spend looking at a picture that you're in is like 99% on you and then like 1% on everybody else. And everyone else is doing it at the same time. So you got to keep in mind that even if you look bad in this photo, it doesn't really matter because no one's really going to be looking at you, right? So here's where I think the upside is for taking photos of your own memories. That's what I do all the time. It doesn't really matter how you look, you just take it and it's done and it's on your Google Home and you can remember it forever. And basically, you look at the photo and you're like, oh yeah, I remember I did that, right? So you can optimize for speed. The only downside is I have a lot of pictures of people that don't look they're ready. But also it doesn't matter because I remember that they were there and it's fine. And they most of the time they don't even know how to take pictures of them. If you're taking pictures that you want to show others, then it becomes more of a hassle because now you gotta worry about how you look, you gotta worry about how everyone looks. It takes way longer to take a picture. But then the problem is like no one else really cares about that photo, realistically, right? So you're spending a lot of time for no reason because no one really cares about it. So yeah, that's why I feel like it's just like a big hassle to take a picture to show others. So I think what you need to do is you need to find balance, right? So there's gonna be some sort of sweet spot where the amount of effort it takes to take the picture is okay with the quality of photo that you're taking. And you just have to figure out what that sweet spot is. Like for me, I'm probably down here. Like I'm okay with having a shittier picture, but the amount of effort didn't take that long. And then my wife might be like up here a little bit. She might care a little bit more and spend more time in the photo or whatever. Some people might be up here, so it doesn't really matter where you're at. You just gotta be aware of this and just kind of gauge where you are to find this balance. And then whoever's in this group of people taking pictures has to be in agreement on where this balance is, or else there's gonna be unhappiness with taking photos. And that's it. Oh, and also, since I have you here, I just want to make a PSA about recording fireworks or recording, sets at a concert or at a show. I feel like you're never gonna go back and watch it. Like I don't know if anyone goes back and watches fireworks, right? It's like, first of all, fireworks are not that amazing when you're watching it on a phone, right? You can probably just go online and watch way better fireworks anytime. It takes up a lot of data on your phone, right? You're recording like a 10-minute video. That's like a gig. And yeah, fireworks aren't that cool. And if you're recording at a concert, I feel like they're going to post it online anyways, and it's going to be way better than whatever quality you have. And all these people holding their phones up just ruins the experience. And it's ruining your experience too because you're watching it through a little screen versus like, in real life. So that's my PSA. I hope you found this video helpful. Yeah, also, I started Discord last week and people have been joining. I think I have like 100 people in it. And I've been trying to just get people to join so we can talk about stuff. Not really related to this. This is kind of a one-off topic, but I'll put the link in below if you want to join and kind of just chat with other people that are similar to you. Hope you do. Thank you. Bye.